Hi, my name is Louise. Welcome to the Nanny, where we partner with parents in raising godly children and children with good morals. So, as I had mentioned in my previous episodes, that it takes a community to raise a child, and one of the people in the community that raise children is the nanny. So, I, for one, God has blessed me with the opportunity to raise children in different homes and in different spheres as well. So what I also mentioned is that I'll be doing this in seasons. And for the first season, I'll be talking about from the time when you think of hiring a nanny up to the time when the nanny is done with her job and she's to leave. I also mentioned in my first episode, I spoke about how long you should have a nanny. In the second episode, I spoke about the age groups of the nannies. And then in the last episode, I spoke about praying for a nanny early enough. One thing for sure is that our children get attached to the nannies, and the character of the nannies rubs onto the children because they spend a lot of time with the nannies. So you'd really want to have a good nanny. That is why it is very important to pray for a nanny early enough. Like start praying for a nanny today, now. Yeah, don't wait till you're expecting or till you've given birth. Start now. So today I'm going to talk about giving room for creativity to the nanny. So when now at this point you've gotten a nanny and she's come into your home. So the first thing you do, of course, is to let her know how she should address you. For example, you can say, call me Mama Faith and call my husband Tata Faith. Or you can say, call me Madam, or call me Mommy, and call my husband Daddy. Something like that. Whatever is comfortable for you. And then let her know of her roles and her responsibilities. What time should wake up, what time should she make breakfast, the timetable of the meals, and how to handle the kids throughout the day until they go to bed. The weekend program, there are curricular activities, extracurricular activities for the children that she have to go with them on Sundays, that she have to go to church with them. So let her know everything basically. Then the other most important thing is let her know the characters of your children, their strengths, their weaknesses, and this will help her make her work very easy. It is important for her to know their weaknesses or the challenges that they face, in that when it comes to those points of weaknesses, she's more gracious to them. She's patient with them. She will deal with them with understanding, and it will make her work much easier. But if she doesn't know their weaknesses, she will think maybe the kids are very disobedient, and then she'll get angry at them, and the kids get angry at her, and then her time is shortened. Then you have to look for another nanny. So let her know the characters of the children right from the start. Then let her know, after you've told her the weaknesses, let her know how you've been dealing with these weaknesses. And then give her room for creativity on how to deal with these weaknesses, even the strengths. Yeah, and then give her a limit of where she should stop. Why it is important for her to give her room for creativity is that some nannies, especially those whom God created as with the gift of nannying, God has given them that special ability to handle children even better than the parents themselves. It's just like a chef. You may be the madam at home and you know how to cook well, but you hire a chef because he is better at cooking, at catering more than you are. So it's the same thing with the nannies. So give them room for creativity in doing their job. So I'm going to give you an example of how you can, talk to her when she comes. So you tell her, my firstborn is Louise. She's 5 years old. And the good thing about her is that she easily obeys in most things. But the challenge that she faces is that she doesn't like waking up in the morning to go to school. She loves her bed. She loves to sleep. So what we do, when we tap her in the morning and she refuses to wake up, we carry her by force out of the bed and we help her walk to the bathroom. And as she's walking, she wakes up. Then there you can tell her if you can find other ways of waking her up in the morning, that is okay. Then you let her know that please do not be violent with my children. Don't abuse them. Don't speak vulgar language to them. Don't beat them. If you have tried your best, then come and report to me if they refuse to obey you. Something like that, you know. So I want to share with you some of my experiences. So there was where I raised a 4-year-old girl, and she actually had the issue of waking up to go to school. So I didn't know she had this challenge. I learned on job. So there were times when I would wake her up and she would refuse. So what I would do, I would open the curtain, open the windows, open the nets, and let the wind come in, let the sun come in, switch on the light, and then I would tap her and she'd wake up. And then there were times when she'd say, "Give me 5 more minutes." And I'll say it's okay. But I had it in mind that time is going, she has to go to school and she has to be there on time. So I'll give her those 5 minutes. But if at all she refused, then I had to like carry her by force and help her walk up to the what? To the bathroom. If she refused to walk, I would carry her and put her on the toilet seat. And as she's easing herself, she would wake up. Then there were times when maybe if she's still in bed, I would sing her a song. Or at times I would tell her, "Do you know what we have prepared for breakfast for you? It's your favorite meal." Then at times I would tell her, "Do you know what we've packed for you for break?" Then at times it would be, "Your friends are waiting for you at school. Your best friend will be happy to see you." So it was a different story every day. And the times when it would be very challenging for me, then the parents would step in and help me wake the child up by force. But one thing for sure that I remember is that I used to pray. Whenever it would come to this child, I would pray, "Jesus, please help me with this one. Please help me with this child. Please help me." And I really want to thank God that at the moment now she's grown, she's in primary school. She wakes up with the others and goes to school, as usual. Yeah. So the other example is I remember I also raised a 5-year-old boy, and this child, he was a bit slow in the way he did his things. But as time went on, I realized that it was okay. It might have been a weakness, but it seemed to be a strength on the other side. There was one day when I found him with gadgets, and he was looking at them, studying them very well, and he was really taking his time to understand these gadgets. And that's when I realized that actually he's just someone who is cautious, who is careful, with what he does. He wants to understand things, to discover things. He's not really slow, if I may say. But this character would pass on to everything that he did. So whenever it came to waking up in the morning and preparing for school, in relation to other children, he was really slow. And it would make him feel bad, in that even the child who was younger than him was faster than him. So before I discovered this issue, I used to put him on pressure. I would tell him, "You need to hurry up, you need to hurry up and go to school. You have to learn to be quick, you need. But when I found him looking at those gadgets and I understood that he's naturally like that, I stopped putting him on pressure. I understood him and I let him be. And one thing he told me is that, "You know what? Why don't you wake me up earlier than the others? At least 5 minutes earlier than the others, such that by the time they wake up, I am a bit ahead. And either we finish at the same time or I finish earlier than them." So that's what I used to do. I'd wake him up early and he'd get out of bed, go to the bathroom quickly, start dressing up. Then when the others get up, he would finish before them or more so at the same time. So that made my work easy for me because I understood the child. I understood his strength. I understood his weaknesses. his challenges that he faces. So when you let the nanny know of the weaknesses and the strength of the children, it makes their work much easier. They extend grace and love and patience towards the children in those areas. Yeah, so that is that is it for today. Next time I'll teach you something different. All right, bye bye.